I'm jealous and mad at my girlfriend because of a gift I got her. So I'm currently in an uncomfortable headspace after gifting my girlfriend a couples massage that we had earlier today. She ended up having a male masseur and told me that he spent a lot of time rubbing her ass and that it was the best part of the massage. My female masseuse very briefly grazed mine while massaging my legs, but no intentional prolonged touching. I'm aware this isn't my girlfriend's fault, and for all I know it's standard procedure, but something in my caveman brain is making me upset about this. The idea of another man touching her in her intimate areas makes me sick. I don't like that she enjoyed it as much as she did, and it just feels very strange that I didn't have the same experience when we were 5 feet apart in the same room. I'm not looking for validation and I'm fully aware I'm in the wrong for this. I haven't given her any grief about it and I don't intend to, I just don't like that I feel like this. Today I realized I am not alone as I thought. Just like that. My ex-best friend slept with my husband. I have gone through a bad divorce this past year. Lost so much. Restarted my life. I have children. My dad died this year. I started a new job 4 months ago. I have felt like I don't fit in. I'm the only woman in my department. Automotive industry. I enjoy what I do, but I'm not as knowledgeable as my peers. I have had to work hard to get where I'm at. I've heard the laughs that my boss hired me because I'm an attractive woman. It's made me sad. Almost that I don't deserve to be where I'm at. 2 years ago I started at a body shop and when a tech asked me to bring him a fender I didn't know what that was. It was humiliating. I needed a good job to escape an abusive marriage. It paid and a friend got my foot in the door. I eventually left the body shop and became a parts consultant. It was a raise. Less physical labor. Now I stare at car engines and work with mechanics who need parts. It's exhilarating. Being in a world I never knew anything about. Not to sound crass, but I equate it to learning a new language. Every day is a new experience. Knowing what a TPMS sensor is or finding an engine cooler line. Brakes. Modules. Nuts. Bolts. Helping people who don't understand. It keeps me focused. I'm like a sponge on steroids at this point. I want to learn it all and go further. Today, we had a Thanksgiving lunch at work. I accidentally came in early and was at the front of the line. I grabbed my plate and went to go sit down. 5 big tables were laid out. One had a couple women from the office who haven't been talkative with me and ignore me. I sat down at a corner table and pulled my phone out to read a book. Not even 3 minutes later our parts driver joined me. We had 3 other empty tables. And then a service advisor joined. And 5 mechanics, etc. I have been feeling so down lately. Almost like me existing is taking up too much room. Yet, these people surrounded me and made me laugh. We ate and shared stories. I felt only kindness and friendship. I've been feeling so alone. No words can accurately describe the loneliness. Today I realized people do want to be around me and care. I'm not as alone as I thought. It gives me hope for tomorrow. I'm thankful for today. My BF something about married himself and I didn't have the heart to tell him. Me, 30F, my BF, 30M, finished up after some intimacy and we were just hanging out and talking. He ran his hands through his hair and said, "WTF is this?" I was immediately horrified when I saw a gluey clear blob on his hand. I immediately knew I had been ovulating and somehow after warming me up he had touched his hair during the deed leaving behind my discharge. Full on something about marrying himself. I ran to the kitchen to get him a paper towel and just said, "That's so weird." I was so embarrassed and didn't have the heart to tell him he had just reenacted one of the funniest movie scenes. I want to hide and bury myself because of how ugly I am. I'm a 28-year-old female doctor. I'm a good person with amazing achievements, but on the downside, I'm really ugly. I have hooded eyes with heavy drooping eyelids that make me look sad all the time, and I have a big nose. This is not mentioning the fact that I'm obese due to having endocrinal problems like PCOS and hypothyroidism that make me gain weight but not lose it, which comes to the next part of having stretch marks and loose skin. Also, I'm pretty tall, so you can imagine how I look. My breasts are saggy like I breastfed 10 kids, and my skin is filled with acne scars. No matter what I do, I cannot change the way I look, considering everything is against me, even my own body. Living like this is so hard because I have so much love in me to give. I just want to be loved and accepted. But even when I accepted myself, no one would accept me, and I don't blame them. But being lonely is so hard. My sister is pregnant again and I'm terrified. My sister, 39F, is a mom of 6. She and her husband, 38F, became extremely religious just after college. They don't believe in preventing pregnancy in any way, no condoms, birth control, nothing. After their 6th was born, she had 3 miscarriages in a row, each one seemingly worse health-wise than the last. During the last one, she ended up hemorrhaging, passing out and ultimately needing a blood transfusion. That was 3 months ago and now she's pregnant again. The rest of our family, including me, 37F, isn't religious at all. While I love my sister, there are certain issues we don't talk about just to keep the peace because we don't agree on them at all. One of them is birth control. When I've even mildly broached the subject of people preventing pregnancy before, it didn't go well. She was visibly uncomfortable and very firmly said that these are their beliefs as a couple, etc., etc. I feel helpless. I don't want to disrespect her faith or risk alienating her, and besides, she is already pregnant and I know it's not my body, not my choice. But God, I'm so scared for her.